This is a difficult situation, and a lot of innocent people have been impacted by it. But let's be very clear. Hamas is a terrorist organization that the Palestinian people in Gaza have lived under the oppression of for years. They chose to invade Israel, to slaughter innocent women, children, babies, beheading, and there are consequences for that. The bottom line is Hamas has made it clear, with the backing of Iran, that they want to wipe Israel off the face of the earth and prevent their very existence. And so we, the United States, need to continue to stand with our ally Israel and make it very clear they have the right to defend themselves. There is no moral equivalency here. And I certainly empathize with any innocent person who has been impacted by this. But Israel has a right to defend itself and a right to respond. And we're talking about now over 20 Americans who have been killed. We still have people missing. I have hundreds of constituents who are still in harm's way because they cannot get out of Israel due to the lack of commercial flights available and the failure on the part of our administration to get military planes there to help evacuate, as other countries are doing. And so there are a lot of challenges here right now, but we have to be firm in our resolve to support Israel.
Congressman, there's a lot of misinformation going around as well, but Secretary Blinken described horrendous photos and videos that were shown to him by the Prime Minister in his office today of babies riddled with bullet holes and, people burned, a soldier beheaded. I know the IDF and others in the Israeli government have talked about beheaded infants. We haven't seen evidence of that, but that has been what they have said. I know the president repeated that. I'm just saying that we're trying to confirm as well as we can in the fog of war what really happened. It's horrendous enough as it is. I don't want to quarrel with that. And I know that there's a lot of information not getting to the people of Gaza because they've been under Hamas rule now for some 30 years. So that is clearly true. But just to point out that the U.S. is at least urging Israel to try to minimize the civilian casualties, which are causing, criticism from the Secretary General of the UN. There's going to be pressure around the world because this ground invasion, as you know, is going to have horrendous impacts.
Look, Andrea, of course, anytime we are in a situation where there is a war or a military response, of course, everybody wants to minimize civilian casualties. You would hope there are none. But the realities of war, obviously, are that it's inevitable, unfortunately. And so you certainly try to minimize that. But I think, and to be clear, regardless of whether or not you want to say there's no evidence of beheadings, you're talking about innocent babies, innocent children being slaughtered for one purpose, because they're Jewish. This is the worst massacre of Jewish people since the Holocaust. And I think we need to be very clear about this, why this is happening, and what the response should be. It cannot happen. It cannot happen.